Hey everyone, so in today's video I'm doing something a little weird. I am going to go out and about outside and look for items that I can use to make art with. That means some kind of drawing surface and some kind of drawing tool, and the more stuff I can find, the better. It's going to be quite a hunt because who knows what I'll come across. I'm hoping I at least find a pen on the ground or something, but we'll see. So the first half of this video is going to be the adventure of going out and finding this stuff, and then the second half of the video will be me creating the art with the stuff. And speaking of finding things, today's video is sponsored by June's Journey. It's a mobile game that is a murder mystery game, and it's one of those hidden object games. So you have a scene in front of you and you have certain objects you have to find. The game is set in the 1920s, and the main character June is trying to figure out who murdered her sister. It's a relaxing game where it gives you a word and then you have to find that object in the scene by clicking on it. It's really neat because every time you enter the scene again, there are new items added, and so you're like, wait, I thought there wasn't this in the scene, and you're desperately trying to find it. It's pretty cool. I like it. What really drew this to me the most is not only the hidden object gameplay, but the beautiful artwork, because this is an art channel. Here we appreciate beautiful art, and this game has so much gorgeous art. I'm blown away while I'm playing it, so I figured you guys would appreciate it too. It's just a nice relaxing game and it's beautiful to look at, so I highly recommend it. And it's a good story. It's a murder mystery. It's exciting. If you're interested in checking out the game for yourself, it is free, and I have a link down in the video description. And thank you so much, June's Journey, for sponsoring this video. Alright, now we are gonna go do our own in real life version of June's Journey and go hunt down some objects. Except this is not a murder mystery, this is just an art video. So no dead bodies, please. Alright, let's go. Here's the real hidden object mystery game. Where's my lens cap? Well, I found it amongst my other mess here in the kitchen. I was tabling at Fan Expo all weekend, so I'm a little behind on cleaning. Trash, trash, trash. Looking for that good trash. Oh yeah. Flip-flop? No. That's an option. This is nasty. I should have gloves. Okay. I'm pouring off the back of this, and I'm taking it. I was hoping I wouldn't find something big right off the bat, because now I gotta carry it around. Nasty. There's so much garbage, I almost need an assistant to follow me around to just pick up all the trash in the alley behind me. I'm actually still really close to home, so I'm gonna run this home and then carry on with my journey. I think coming home was for the best because I put a long sleeve shirt on under this because I was a little bit cold before. So now heading back out. It's actually kind of sad. This video is depressing. I'm realizing how dirty everything is, how much garbage is just on the ground. And when I have two hands on my tripod, there's not a whole lot I can do. Come on, your girl just needs like a pen or something. When I went back home, I should have put on some latex gloves or something. Oh well, too late. Okay, here we have a piece of receipt paper. I don't know, it looks a bit thick. Oh, it's like cloth almost. Here's some actual paper. Someone's math homework. I'm taking it. Oh, Kelvin, you only got 6 out of 25. So ideally I would find an actual pen or pencil or something to use, but just in case I can't find something like that, I've spotted a backup. These rocks could make marks, so I'm gonna take these. I'm gonna put them in a separate bag so they don't mark up my paper that I found. why I'm doing this video in the winter. It's cold. I need gloves. I don't have gloves. I mean, it's not too bad. It's just that I'm holding onto a metal rod and carrying it around, and so that's making my hands cold. Also, in the winter, it gets dark earlier, and so the sun is setting on this day. So I better hurry up. I gotta march on and see what I can find. This area is too clean. I need to go somewhere dirtier. I can do anything with this. It was starting to get a little too dark for me to see stuff on the ground. By the time I got home, it was just pitch black. So I'm heading out again today to see if I can find more marking items. Like, I have that orange rock, but can I find rocks that make other colors? Can I find a pen? That's the kind of stuff I'm looking for. So I'm hoping I don't leave empty-handed today. We'll see what I can find. Okay, I've barely gotten outside the house and I found a pencil. It looks like there's some kind of lead still in it, so I'm assuming it's still good. Also, I'm right beside a police SUV, and he's in there, and he's probably thinking I'm crazy. So I'm gonna take this and go. It probably looks like I'm picking up like a cigarette or something. Okay, I just found a fairly chalky rock. It seems like it writes somewhat well. It's at least transferring to my fingers, it looks like. So I'm gonna take this, because this might be good on that pizza box. Maybe not so much for the white paper I found, but on something darker it might work. It'd be nice to get something that makes a dark mark, like a really black rock. These don't look particularly marky. Why can't people just like toss out a fresh set of paints? Like, come on, throw me a bone here. What I should have been doing this whole time is a Timmy's cup count, because they're everywhere, always. Did they roll up their rim? Let's check. Maybe it was rolled. I can't tell if that was damage I caused or if that's what it was already like, and I just dirtied my shoes. Wait. Win. This is a Win coffee. I just broke my thumbnail trying to rip that off the cup, but it's okay. My nails are nasty right now anyway. There's another one there, but that is not a roll up the rim cup. Ew. In the lock zone kit. Okay. Oh, another Timmy's cup, but it is a Christmas cup, so it's not roll up the rim. Guys, I may have just found the mother load. It's looking pretty old and rusted. I don't know if that's gonna work. I don't even know if I can push the end in. Free coffee and a free snack. Not roll up the rim. Is somebody missing this? There's just a bike here in this bush. I feel like it was stolen. My son. Looks already rolled.
Suddenly you look like a stranger, a face I knew but I must forgotten. Emotional flicker, you were my everything. We know we could have done it better. Fought for the little things we wanted. I know it was so good together. Still you had to let go.
Is that a pen? Boy. No. Wait. Well, the middle bit's in there. I'm taking it. Oh, this is nasty. So at first I thought this was a burnt stick. It might be tar or something. I don't even know. But it makes a black marking, so I'm gonna take it. I feel like the orange rock I picked up yesterday was darker than this, so I'm gonna take this one. It writes fairly nicely. Oh my god, you guys. Okay, I thought I found the mother lode before when I found that pen. No. No, no, no. Look what we have here. a pencil with eraser intact, just like my dream, and a little notebook. Wait, blank paper. I could test my materials on this paper. I have to let it dry out first though. But yeah, I'm taking these. Whoa, look at this. Very pretty. I came in here so I can wash my hands and get a Timmy's. Can I please get a large French vanilla?
Large French vanilla. Anything else, ma'am?
No, thank you.
Bring back. Oh, you can wait on your right.
Okay, thank you. Large French vanilla? Thank you. So now that I've contracted a disease or two, I am now back home, and let's go over the stuff I got and test it out. So number one is this pizza box, Scott Hill Pizza. Never heard of it, but I could potentially do something on the inside of this box. It's really wrinkly though, so we'll see how that goes. We have these dark orange rocks. Wait, did this always have tire tracks on it? I guess the inside paper is the good one. This is Kelvin's math homework. 6 out of 25. Come on, Kelvin, get your act together. I have this weird piece of cloth that I picked up. Don't know if I'll use that. And then I grabbed the screw that I found in the parkade. I don't know. At least no one will drive over it now, I guess. And then we have today's finds. We have the pencil that has a little bit of lead in it. We have this pencil. Oh my god, I just realized it's a Scotty pen. But yes, this pencil here, which is a full pencil, fully intact, with eraser. Best find of the day, yes. To Juliana from Mia. Oh, poor Juliana is without her pencil and her notepad and this cute little card. Then the little notepad. Again, don't know if I'll use this. It's still really wet. I might blow dry it for a bit, but I don't really have time to let it sit and dry. Then we have 2 pens. I'll see if either of them work. Both have busted tops, and so I might have to take the insides out. Like, I don't know if I can click them. Is that just gonna push back in? Maybe, I don't know. Oh, that might have worked. This one though, I don't know. Oh yeah, there's like no mechanism in there. Grand Villa Casino. This one is 25 years. Consumers Nutrition Center. Cool. And then we have another orange rock, which looked lighter outside. I mean, it looks lighter when I flip it this way. I was hoping it'd be a different color than this one. Oh yeah, on camera I can really tell too. Neat, neat. And then this black stuff, like it's rubbery. I think it might be like tar from a road or something. Oh yes, I almost forgot. There's also the white rock here. So these are the art supplies I found. I'm gonna start by attempting to dry this because then I can do my swatches in here, so I'll be right back. Okay, the hair dryer worked pretty well. The pages are a bit wrinkly now, but at least they're dry. It looks like there's nothing to even push. Oh, there we go. Oh, oh, no, the whole tip of the pen came off. Oh gosh, oh no. Oh, it was just a twist one. Oh no, and then I broke it. Okay. All right, it at least writes. Ah. Okay, now this sucker, this rusty, icky one that I need to wash. Oh, a little bit of blue came out. Oh, oh my god, I had little faith that either of these would work. Yes. Ooh, and they're both different blues. One is a lighter blue and one is a darker blue. We can work with this. We can work with this. Why did I test it on there when I just said I'm going to use my book as my tester? I'm awful. I just got really excited, okay? So, gray pen. Like gray as in the barrel is gray. There we go. Then, purple pen. I'm getting a text message. I'm honestly shocked these pens work. Then, let's try the pencils. I'm gonna have to sharpen them. I have a bigger sharpener, I guess I could use for this pencil. The small one I will have to use a hand sharpener because it's too short. I don't know if I even need to use the yellow one since I have this pencil, but I at least want to check it out. I want to see if I can get it to be usable. Okay, there we go. Yellow pencil. Cool. Then pink pencil. Yep, they're pencils. Let's try the black thing. Oh, it's a bit flimsy. It's more of a gray than a black, I suppose. My pencil can probably make a darker line than this. Ew. Okay. Then we have our rocks. So the white one might not be too visible on this paper. Let's actually test it on the edge of the cardboard. This one might be a bust. I was writing on other rocks, but it might be able to lighten some areas, but not very promising here. Then we have the dark orange rock. It's pretty chalky, but it gives us some color. Smudging it out is interesting, like this. Then we have the lighter rock. It's not marking as much as I was hoping. I want to try wetting these two and see if they make a mark a bit better. Try dipping it. Don't think that's helping much. I wouldn't say it's really any better when it's wet. I know the rocks aren't really art supplies, but it's a way to add color to whatever I end up drawing. What if I use the screw to scratch it up a bit? I didn't find a paintbrush though. That's one of the things I was trying to find and I couldn't find one. So I don't know if I'm allowed to use one because that would be cheating. Use the back of the screw. Oh, hey. Hey, look at that. Pretty interesting. Okay. So now I'm going to try to think of what I could draw. I want to try something on the pizza box and then something on the math homework and see how that goes. Don't expect anything too fancy. This is going to be awful art. I'm just doing it for the sake of the challenge. So even though I had already tested the materials, I wanted a little swatch sheet where I could have all the materials on one page. So that is what I'm doing right here. Also, my cold has intensified since I filmed the last portion of the video, so I'm going to sound very stuffed up. Here I'm doing like an ocean scene and I thought it looked dumb. And then because one pen was light blue, one was a darker blue, I thought of Stitch from Lilo and Stitch because he's two different shades of blue. And so I just sketched one real quick and colored him in a bit with the pen, and I didn't really like it, so I didn't do that for the full illustration. Plus, I didn't want to do something where I had to color it in pen. It's fine for something small like this, but for something bigger, it would just use up all the ink in the pen. Then I tried drawing some weird bunny girl. I don't even know. I was just drawing whatever came to mind. Bunnies were on my mind, and so ultimately I decided to draw my buns. It's been a while since I've drawn some of them, and every time I draw them, they're always drawn differently. I change up the style all the time. I haven't decided on a style that I really like. This one, the face and stuff, is kind of based off of how I did it for my enamel pins because I thought it was a cute look for my candy cane bun. But it's longer limbs though for the body, like longer torso, longer limbs. And then at one point I decided to make it food based, and so I went back and modified some of them so they would all be related to food. And I had to include one bunny with a Tim Hortons cup and a donut because of all the Timmy's cups we saw on the ground. Because oh man, there's so much garbage out there, and I feel like most of the time you don't even notice just how much there is. When you're looking closer, you see all the stuff hidden in bushes and all the little tiny pieces everywhere, and I wasn't there to pick it all up. That would have taken forever. That would have taken my entire time picking up all the trash that I saw. I was there to film a video. I did pick some things up and throw them out, but not a whole lot. Like, even just looking back on the footage and seeing myself tear off the top of the pizza box and then throw the other half back where I found it, I was just like, oh no, like I have the urge to clean it all up. People just need to learn to not throw their garbage on the ground. Like, oh my god, I could not believe it. And just a ridiculous amount of cups. I didn't even film all the cups I saw. There were more Timmy's cups, more other cups like McDonald's, blends, whatever. People just throw that stuff anywhere. Like, come on, pick up after yourselves. Anyway, back to the art. The pen did not want to work well on this cardboard. Both pens really struggled, and they would write fine in the notebook, but then when I try to go on the cardboard, the ink would just not come out. I think the surface was just a bit too slick or something, and so I really had to fight with it. I couldn't get my lines as nice as I wanted. Plus, this cardboard is rippled, and so trying to do smooth lines on this ripply surface, not easy. I still think it's cute. It was a bit of a struggle. I used the rock to color in the area because I didn't really want to use gray. I didn't end up using that white rock at all because the markings weren't good enough. I even tried doing the scraping method and I couldn't get enough white off that thing. And I didn't use the black stick, that stick of tar or whatever it is. I didn't use that because it pretty much just looked like pencil, and I just decided not to use it at all. So I mostly just used the rocks for coloring, and for that first bunny I did color in the cheeks with pen, but I decided against that for the other ones because it was just too much darkness and I wanted to leave some light areas, so I figured the cheeks would be a good area to leave light. Here I switched to using the pencil as my paintbrush instead of using the screw, and I found that it worked a little bit better. Just because it's wood, I feel like it can scoop up the paint better compared to the screw. I don't know. Plus, it's a little bit more of a precise tip. One thing you'll also notice is that it dries a lot lighter than it looks when it's wet. And it also crumbles off and looks a bit patchy once it's dry, but it's still cute. I actually really like how the lighter rock dries because it looks really orange. When you first lay it down, it looks similar to the dark brown, but then as it dries, you can really see the difference. I found that the pen worked a lot better when I was outlining the chalky areas because the chalkiness gave it that grip that it needed for the ink to actually come out. It still wasn't perfect, but it worked a lot better compared to coloring in areas that were just on the wood. Like I have these blue circles in the background, and those were a nightmare to do because the ink would just not come out. But I fought against it because I just really needed some kind of dark item on this so that it wasn't all just mid-tones. The bunny that's splashing in the mud, it's not really food related, so in my mind I'm like, well, what if it's a puddle of pudding and he's just jumping in a puddle of pudding? That makes it food related. there's the finished bunnies on the pizza box. Cute, nothing super detailed, but you know, I made do with the materials I had. But because I was so frustrated with how the pen was going down on the box, I wanted a chance to draw something in pen just on regular paper on that math test that I found. And so I drew up something else. Again, it's a bunny. I just wanted a chance to do a bunny, but under normal circumstances. And so I did a little thumbnail and then started sketching on the math test so that I could use the pen. Unfortunately, the purple pen started to die. It's interesting how the purple pen started out as being a light blue, but as I used it, it got proper ink flow and turns out it actually was a pretty dark blue. And it turned out to be the nicer pen to use, but then eventually it ran out of ink. I mean, I got a little bit more ink out of it by scribbling on paper, but I just couldn't get it to work after a while and had to switch to using the silver pen, which turns out is a little bit lighter, probably because it feels drier, like the ink is running out more, whereas this purple one, once I got it going, it had much better ink flow. Yeah, here's where it's dying. Rip. And I had to switch to the other pen. I didn't feel like coloring this one in because I just spent a bunch of time coloring in the ones on the pizza box. So I just thought I would leave it mostly white, but shade in a few areas just using some hatching. This was a very interesting challenge to do. It was fun to go hunt for all the supplies and try to put them to the test. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Also, don't forget to check out June's journey. It's free, like I said, link in the video description. I'm really enjoying it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.